Lewis, well done.
Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a freezing cold and blustery Energia Park in Donnybrook on this Saturday, the 25th of October 2025. Senior presidents, the new president, that woman, can't even remember, first name Connolly, and a nobody, bit of a nobody contest. I've just come out from a pre-match lunch with the two fine presidents. The wonderful James Jimmy White, Bective Rangers, and also Dave Manners Mahan, formerly of this parish, as president of Monkstown. So this round 4 match in the AIL Division 2C sees Bective in 7th place, pitched against Monkstown in 2nd. The other games that are on this weekend, lads, Ballycare in 9th, hosting Grufford in 5th. Belfast Harlequins in 6th, hosting Cromwell in 3rd. There's 2 long travels for the 2 Munster clubs, and then the local Munster derby down in the old Musgrave Park, Virgin Media Park, I think they call it now, Dolphin in 8th against Middleton in 4th. And the final match is Malahide in 10th position against Thomond, who are runaway leaders of this league in 1st position at the moment. Your Bective team today, guys, Louis. Snazzy graphics do it a different way to me, but number 1 we have Chris Hennessy, number 2 Chris Poole, number 3 Oscar Regan, in the 2nd row 4 Donald Lawler, 5 the return of the great Gavin Kelly after knee surgery, in the back row Matty Keane, Tiernan McCluskey, and the wonderfully combative James Begbie Gallagher. In the backs then, half-backs Conor Halpenny 9, Ollie Foote at fly half 10, the 3-quarters Craig Cantwell, Matty Gilson and our captain, old man Bobby Holland, and Chris Rowland at full-back. I believe he's resurrecting the teal boots today with the beautifully flamboyant Tim Carroll. The subs for Bective today, 16 Conor Buff Kelly, 17 Mark Mulvey O'Brien, 18 Oisin the pretty boy McCluskey, 19 Ross McGorry, good Clongowes boy, and 12 Mikey's Tights O'Hare. In your Monkstown team today, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. We have got graphics for them, but 15 Tom Griffin, the 3-quarters Matt Stapleton, Saul O'Carroll, Fergal Cleary, Cian O'Donoghue, the half-backs 10 Fraser Wright, and at half-back Tristan Brady, their captain at 9. At the front row Kieran Stokes, Paul O'Donnell, Michael Ashdown, in the row Luke Kelly and Ruan MacDonald, in the back row Tony McGuinness, Rob Wynne and Stephen McVeigh. Subs for Monkstown today, Chris Stack, Rico Webster, Dave Cave, Andrew O'Leary and Liam Boisson. So a local derby, they don't get any bigger for this in terms of both clubs, Monkstown and Bective. Great old friends and rivalries and adversaries. Huge crowd in, we had 113 in for the pre-match lunch, 11 tables. Great speech by Jimmy White, equally good speech by Manners. We love Manners in this place, he's a great servant at Bective and a great servant at the town now. So, great match coming up, lads, the weather. It's freezing cold. The wind is 15, gusting 25 knots. So this is going to be a game of 2 halves. The wind is blowing, as best I can describe it on your screens, from left to right. So it's blowing from South Korea down to North Korea, and it's blowing into that far corner as you watch it on your TV, the Penwall Centre of Excellence corner. So the wind is going to have a factor in this game. It's a bit like the game we played 4 weeks ago against Middleton here. Do think it will be a game of 2 halves. Just for those of you watching at home, there was a superbly presented match day program, and I've been told to tell you that's available now on the Bective app for those of you watching at home. A really good program, well produced. Two little mascots running off the pitch. I believe they're brothers. I forgot their names to hand, and I should have. Apologies for that to the two kids, but it's great to see two mascots. It's leading the team out. So your referee today, Chris Cahoon. Chris is a level 3 ref. And he's assisted by his assistant referees, Alan Fox and Mohammed Moore. Okay. Here we go, local derby. There'll be nothing between these two teams. Expect a high scoring game. As Ryle would say, don't forget to breathe. Clock, clock, clock. Monkstown playing into the wind. Good offload, but it's intercepted by Bobby Hollett, Oscar Egan on the charge. Now, Bective attacking. Chris Hennessy wearing 24 today, but he's playing at loose head. Matty Keane takes it on. Needs to get the lead down, or it's going to be a turnover. Got the lead down now. Ollie Foot, James Begbie Gallagher. He's done well. Ollie Foot again, trying to go out the back. That's a good tackle by Town. Ball is broken through, but the ref is saying it's knocked on in the tackle. Okay, first scrum, back to ball. You know the old saying, no scrum, no game? This will tell a tale. Change in the Bective front row today. Oscar Egan has moved over from loose head to tight head. Chen has moved Chris Hennessy from hooker to loose head, and Pooler has moved from the back row into hooker. Oscar, big unit. He's out of Coleraine, in 6'5", 110 kilos. Joined us this year from Lansdowne. Was talking to his mum and dad at the pre-latch lunch. His parents, Colin and Claire, they're down from Bushmills. Interesting story. Colin is a master distiller for Bushmills whiskey, and he bought a couple of bottles of Black Bush down, and they're signed by him. And we'll be announcing a man of the match at the end of this broadcast. The winner will get one of those bottles. Okay, slower ball for Bective. Cantrell. He's going up inside the 22. Gallagher. Good double hit there by Monkstown. Egan. Bobby. Little flick off the bench. He's done well now. 3-on-2. What are we going to do? Little dinky kick put through by Tim Carroll. Okay, that's the exit strategy here. Good double hit by Bective, drive them back. Now half back, no, back to the full back. Ball is blocked down, anybody's ball, taken by Gav Kelly. Gallagher breaks the first line, he's done well, he's still going. Ollie Foot, we're going out the back. Tim Carroll, always well tackled by 11. Ian O'Donoghue, good defensive tackle. However, Bective still have the ball. Offside, first penalty to Bective. 3 minutes in. So shout out to our junior vice president, Mr. Paul Hatton. Swear to God, he must be working for a travel agent or something. The man is never in the country. Today he's over in Liverpool, attending Blackburn and Southampton with the Rosemount Mulvey under 13s soccer ball. But sure, look, we leave him alone. His young lad Christopher, he's a good kid, is on tour. So Paul is dialed in. He's going to actually be watching this match and listening to it on his headphones in Blackburn Stadium. Come on, Hats. So Captain Gilso, chance to open the scoring for Bective. He's pushed it. He hasn't pushed it. It's over. Sorry, Gilso. Okay, so we're coming up to 5 minutes in. Captain Matty Gilsonen opens the scoring. Bective 3, Monkstown 0. It's a good high-hanging restart. That's a great restart. Challenged by 13 for Monkstown. Knock on there, so it's scrum advantage to the town. 5, Ruan MacDonald takes the ball on. Nice little inside ball to 13. He's done well. Great recovery tackle there by Bective. Think it was Gavin Kelly. No, it was Ollie Foote. Ball is turned over now. Chris Poole, he's done well. Packer lining up here in the short side again. Second penalty, not rolling away. So the league table here today, folks. Monkstown in second, Bective in seventh. We're 3 matches in. Interesting fact, all 5, the first 5 teams in the league in that pool of 3 games, all of them played 2 games at home and 1 game away, and the bottom 5 teams in the league played 2 games away and 1 game at home. So that's obviously a contributory factor. We're in a pool now of, we've got 2 games in this block. We've today's match, and then we're at home again next week against Ballyclare before a week off, and then we're away down in Dolphin. So after that kind of 6 matches, all teams will have had 3 home and 3 away, so it'll probably put a better light on the league table and make it more balanced. He's offside there. He is offside. Number 2. Ref is playing advantage, so penalty advantage for Bective. Kind of a free shot. Tim Carroll, 10-metre line. He's done well. He's broken the first line. Just shy of the halfway. I think we'll come back for the penalty, please, ref. Indeed we will. Okay, so we're only 7 minutes in, and it's 3 penalties against Monkstown. Penalties, you're well aware, usually the result of pressure. Hate to say we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here today, but we was on the sauce. Hats is over watching Blackburn and Southampton. I asked Brian Shalou also, who usually helps us out. He's with his wife today, but he's offloaded the responsibility to his young lad Mark, who's going to join us on co-coms. Long kick there by Tim, but he hasn't made touch. Be disappointed with that. Ollie Foote now. Tim Carroll. Bective spreading it wide. Gilso finds a bit of grass. Knocked on by the town. Scrum advantage to Bective. Okay. 8 minutes in. Young Mark, welcome to Bective Rangers TV. Whatever you do, don't slander anyone.
Not Chuck, delighted to be here. Wasn't on my bingo card when I woke up today to be doing the commentary on Bective TV, but I was enjoying a nice few glasses of wine and some beef inside, and Dad gave me the brief and said I'm the perfect man for the job, and I think it's because of the few wines that I had. But yeah, delighted to be here with you, Chuck. Delighted to be watching this game. It's good to have this derby back after a year hiatus, and hopefully it's a good game of rugby, and yeah, it's a good day for it.
Good man. Just while we have a guy down here injured, lads, the Club Scene podcast powered by Energia If you're not listening to it, you should listen to it. It comes out the week Tuesday, usually of match week. You've got Kieran Frawley, Frawls, Berkey and Moss, Morris Hartree. Good lads, but I think we need to break the Limnock incestuous vibe, lads. Let's get a Dublin 4 voice on to add a bit of balance. My agent is offering a reasonable fee. And I know as well that Frawls tipped Bective, but Berkey and Moss tipped Monkstown in this game, and this is one of the games of the week for the Ace of Clubs. So I always fancied Frawley. I thought he was a good man, thought he had a better rugby brain than Berkey and Moss, but we'll see. Okay, 9.5 minutes in, second scrum. Gilso, little pop ball into Craig Cantwell coming off his wing. Quick ball, it is quick ball. Gallagher takes it on. He's well tackled, good defence. However, quick ball again. Gavin Kelly on the charge, he's done well. There's good momentum by Bective, good continuity. Now, ball is out wide, Chris Rowland. He's broken the first, great second tackle. Picked up by McCluskey, it's not, it's Matty Keane on the charge. He's 7 metres out. Good counter rooking there, slowed the ball down. Oscar Egan. Chris Poole. Go on, Pooler. He's done well. We're back 7 metres out now. Where are we going? Chris Chen Hennessy needs a bit of support. Come down the short side. No. Gallagher brings it up to the 5 metre line. Taken on again. The ref is playing penalty advantage. So it's a free shot for Bective. Now the space is out wide here. Chris Rowland on the right as loads the space. Here we go. Bobby Holland. Just had to come back inside, but he's done well. Just hold possession. He does. Now quicker ball. Here we go. Can we work it out? We can. Tim Carroll floats it out to Rowland. Opening try for Bective. We're 11 minutes in. That's superb play.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Really delicate hands there from Captain Gilson. And yeah, that was a brilliant try. Good finish by Chris Rowland.
So 8-0 to Bective. We're 11 minutes in. First try on the board. Don't forget we're playing with a very strong wind. It will be a game of two halves here. Just going back to the lads on the Club Scene podcast, I know, was it Frawls or was it Berkey was talking about there'd be a load of Merlot, they'd run out of Merlot in Dublin 4 at this game in Energia Park. Well, Manners told me to tell you that he only accepts shot enough to pap. There's no Merlot here, but I tell you what, Mossy, we'll have a bottle for you, our Bective Thomond return fixture. Coming in March. Gilson adds the extras. And also an invitation to go out to you, Morris Hartree. If you want to do co-coms with me in the return fixture in March, we'd love to have you up here in the gantry in Energia Park. Okay, so 12 minutes in, score is pushed out to Bective 10, Monkstown 0. Another high research taken by Gilson, puts up a high ball. Well taken by Tom Griffin, 15. Looking to run it, breaks the first line. Monkstown going to come down the short side here. It's a great defensive tackle, however they work the ball wide. Assistant referee has got his flag out for foul play. The referee's got his hand out, it's a free play for the town. It's going to be penalty advantage one way or another. Assistant referee is now taking the flag back down. Can't do that, mate. Can't do that. If you put it out, you got to keep it out. However, we'll take it because it was probably foul play against Bective. So 14, Matt Stapleton. Little nudge, be a bit disappointed he didn't get more distance than that. So midway between the Bective 22 and the 10 metre line. First line out, I think, of the game, Mark. Yeah, first line out.
I think it's the second line out of the game.
Okay, second line out. Right, hooker Paul O'Donnell with the throw. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5-man call by the town. Well taken. Ball at the back now with 7. Rob Wynn. Got a good rolling maul going on here. They've got a great rolling maul. They're up over the 22. Stop now, they need to get it back. They have, get it back to Tristan Brady, scrum half. He throws it out to centre, Fergal Cleary. It's good play by the Town. They're 10 metres out. Good tackle by Chris Boone. And another penalty to Bective. Good defensive set there.
Yeah, brilliant discipline from Bective, and great defence as well. Soaking in that pressure.
Penalty count, Martin. Mountain up.
It is, yeah.
1 against Bective, 4 against the Town.
Monkstown will certainly want to look into that.
So Gilson, that's a great relieving kick. That's a great nudge. Midway between the 10 metre and the halfway line with the wind. So we're 14 coming up to 15 minutes into this game. Score is Bective 10, 1 try, Monkstown 0. Of course, we did play the Town earlier on. I think it was the end of August, early September, to win the Leinster Shield. Bective 47, Monkstown 22. Looked like a dummy throw there by Pooler, but he's leaving him away. He's leaving it off. Great defensive hit by the Town. Egan needs support, gets support from Gavin Kelly. Well on Gav. Now Bective all lined up down the short side. Gallagher, Ollie Foot, little show and go. He's done well, he's over the halfway line before he's taken down. Picked on by McCluskey. Lovely offload to Gallagher. Go on, Begbie. Penalty against. Holding on by Bective. So you can see Bective, first phase, second phase, third phase, happy to pick and go or throw it out to either Gallagher or McCluskey. Standing at 1 out off the ruck.
Tactic that worked very well for them last year.
Yeah, correct. So a nudge there by winger Matt Stapleton brings the ball up to the Bective 10 metre line. So great double header here today. We had our seconds team playing Monkstown also on the back pitch, kicked off at 1 o'clock. Great result by Bective. Seconds won by 30 points against Monkstown. Well on to Dave Keeley, Conor Murphy and all the team, T Tapu and Ben who are coaching. That was a great result against Monkstown. Very entertaining game, some great tries scored.
Yeah, and brilliant to see the double header. It's great to see the two teams playing on Saturday. Especially considering how close this derby is. It's great to see.
Look, it's two clubs that get on really well together, know each other backwards. The history, we're both old clubs, FCs rather than RFCs.
Absolutely.
But there's a great synergy and connection between Monkstown and Bective, and we missed them last year when they went up to the AIL and we were still trying to get out of Leinster. So it's great to see this traditional fixture back.
Absolutely.
Loose pass there, tidied up by Cantwell. He's done well. Bective all lined up now down the left hand side. Hennessy, Tim Carroll, Oscar Egan. He's been hugely involved this game. Well tackled. Gavin Kelly. Well on Gavin, that's a great dunt. Bobby Holland, he's done well. Little show and go, he's up the halfway line. Back of the hand offload to scrum half Conor Halpenny. Good attacking position for Bective. Town are offside here down the short side. Ref can't see it. Gilso puts through a little dinky kick. Finds grass. Difficult one to deal with. Well done. 15 Tom Griffin. He's taken it out over his number 10 Fraser Wright. He did well. Now what can Monkstown do here? Great defensive tackle by Matty Keane. Drove him backwards. Another great double hit. Gallagher and not sure was it Chris Poole and driving them back further. That's a great turnover ball, is it? It's turnover ball. It's not. It's not. So again, just shy of their 10-metre line. You can see, well, you can't see, but trust me, it's the effects of the wind, lads. It is very windy and blustery here. It's bloody Baltic as well, and it's only October. Like, if it's like this in October, what's it going to be like in January?
Yeah, it's very chilly. We've a nice bit of protection up here from the wind, but you can see the flags flailing. And like Chuck said, yeah, it'd be a game of two halves with that wind.
Okay, 5-man called again by the town. They've done well, they're peeling out off the back. Taken on by 12, Fergal Cleary. That's a great tackle, Chris Poole. He's done it again, ably assisted by Mr. Gallagher. So Monkstown struggling to get out here. Cleary has another go. So we're keeping them pinned in their own half. They're going to have to kick to relieve the pressure. They're going to have to. Again, a double hit by Bective. Looks to be a tactic where we're throwing 2-man onto the ball carrier. It's a better charge now. Now Monkstown, what can they do? So 10, Fraser Wright. Long kick, finds a bit of grass, but it's taken now by Tim Carroll. Tim wants to run. Well, that's a super tackle. Super tackle. Penalty against the town for hands on the ground, trying to go in for the poach. Always feel that's a little bit of a harsh rule. Okay. Man down injured. Shout out to the great Harry Leahy. Harry has come home from Munich to watch the game, offered me a place on his table. I had to decline, need to stay sober. Good man, Harry, great to see you. So we're 21 minutes in, one try for Bective. Bective lead 10 points to 0. Now, just to be clear, we're not stopping the stadium clock here today, guys. We're a little bit short in numbers. So we just hit the stadium clock at the start and we're not stopping it for any timeouts. That's a super kick by Gelto. Super kick, using the wind, float of the ball just inside the Monkstown 22. Good attacking platform now for Bective. Looking down the stands there, I'm seeing Matt Daly with the permatan, sitting with Josh Argabizola. Josh had a fantastic game for the seconds again today. Josh has moved up off our under-20s and was one of the stars of our tour to Toulouse. We'll leave it at that. We won't share any more detail. Good boy, Josh. Okay. Gilso takes it on himself. Ball is broken loose. Monkstown recover it. Now, clearly, he's done well. Slow ball now for the town. They're going to have to truck it up. They do indeed. Chris Poole makes another super tackle. Now they do try and kick. Okay, they've made touch, but it's just inside their own 22. It's going to be a Bective ball. Another opportunity for Bective. So we're 22 minutes in, the end of the first quarter. Bective appear to be on top. Monkstown struggling, but it is due to the wind. They're struggling. They can't kick to relieve pressure, so trying to work their way out, Mark.
I actually missed the kick there, Chuck, but I assume the wind had a bit of a part to play in it. I was texting Stephen Hyde, who's a Monkstown man. I believe he's watching the stream, so shout out to him if he's there. But yeah, it's quite an attritional game. But Bective doing well. They're keeping the pressure up and a good line out there.
Now, good set. Got a good maul going on. Chris Poole breaks off. He's all action today, Chris Poole. James Gallagher. Now quicker ball. Gilso, which pull it back. Out to Tim Carroll again, gets the ball out to Chris Rowland. Chris's great toes, fabulous winger. He brings it up just shy of the 5 metre line. Oscar Egan all the way. Beautiful line from Oscar Egan. So we're 23 minutes in. Oscar, who only joined the club this year, he was with Lansdowne. Oscar's out of Coleraine. His mum and dad, as I said, are here. What a brilliant experience for them to come to their first game in Energia Park and see their boy score his first try for Bective and his first try, second try of the match.
Oh, fantastic there from Egan. That was a brilliant run. Just going back to the play before, you could see Gilso doing that little loop around. Obviously something they've been doing on the training ground, it's working quite well, and yeah, like Chuck said, great feat from Chris Rowland, who really made up some good meters there and put on the pressure and allowed that opportunity for Egan to take. But yeah, it required a bit of work anyway. It was a brilliant little run. Another solid kick there from Gilso. Been brilliant today.
Gilso has the extras. We're 25 minutes in. Bective 2 tries on the board, playing with a very strong wind, so let's not get carried away, but score is pushed out now to Bective 17, Monkstown 0. Good start. Substitution on the Monkstown team. Hooker number 2, Paul O'Donnell, being replaced by, I think it's 16, Chris Stack in the white scrum cap. It's a beautiful restart. Another high hanging ball. Not taken by Gilso, knocked on. He'll be disappointed with that. Good attacking position now for the town. Always at your most vulnerable just after you scored. Yeah, it's a concentration thing.
The words out of my mouth there, Chuck.
Yeah, well, you know, I've done this a few times, Mark, you know. I know there's people think this lad hasn't a clue what he's doing, but they actually, you know.
Some operation up here, I tell you that.
Oh, well, you know, we're all multitasking. It's hard as well when you have the old beeper on your ankle for temporary release out of the joy after your suspension. Yeah, it's cramping my style. But sure, look, we're back. Good crowd here today. You know, considering it is a bank holiday weekend, a lot of people will have been gone away, but there is a good crowd, as I said, 113 at the lunch, and it's bitterly cold. So Brady, the captain, with the feed. Crash ball up the centre, little loop around, that's a good move, training ground move, he's done well. Eventually taken down about 7 metres out. They go down the short side. They're 6 metres out. Another crash ball move. Ref is knocked over now. They're going to score. They're going to score. They're going to score. They're going to score. Is he held up? 16. Chris Stack. Monkstown recycled, do they? Not sure what's going on. It's hard to see from our angle. We don't have a screen. Ref is calling it held up. That should be a goal line dropout if it is. They'll be disappointed with that town. 16. Chris Stack only just come on with the white scrum cap. Ran a good line. Thought he was going to make it. Thought he was going to be over. Referee now just explaining his decision with Tristan Brady. Indeed it is the goal line dropout. Gilso, now what does he do? Does he go long? Does he go high?
Take advantage of that wind, get it up there hanging.
He's gone long. Gets it all the way down to the 10 metre line. Well taken by the town. Now, here's this man Stack again. Penalty town. Not releasing. Looked like it was Donal Lawler. Now, what do Monkstown do? They go for the post, they go into the corner. It's a difficult decision. I'm a big fan of the posts, but this wind is very, very strong.
I always like the idea of getting some points on the board after start to a game. But
Okay, 14 Stapleton. Not a bad nudge, to be fair, into the wind. It's about midway between the 22 and the try line. So with Hooker, Paul O'Donnell gone off, looks like it's going to be 7. Open side Rob Wynn is going to take over the throwing duties. Monkstown 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1. They've got 16 Chris Stack in the half-back position. Well taken by the town. They've got a good drive going on here too. Referee's arm out, saying that Bective pulled it down, so it's a free shot for Monkstown. Good tackle, Oscar Regan. Taken on by 12, Fergal Cleary. The shorter numbers out wide. Ball has been knocked on, but he'll bring it back for the penalty. Okay, so I'm being told that it's not. That 16 is actually Dave Cave, young Marcus telling me, is that right?
it's 18 in the white.
It's 18.
Jeez, I can wait.
Yeah, 18. Well, it was 2 went off. It's hard to see. Rory telling me to get out of the way. Maybe it is Dave Cave, 18. It's a great name, Dave Cave.
Isn't it?
Yeah, Dave Cave. And I'm looking at the other subs, Leo Poisson. So clearly he's called the fish.
I think I see Chris Stack here down the sideline.
Okay.
I think it's 18.
So it's Dave
It's very
Cave.
hard to differentiate between 18.
So for the boys in Blackrock College then, it's Mr. Cave versus Mr. Gallagher. Who do you think's going to win that one, boys? I'll tell you who's going to win, Mr. Gallagher all day long. All right, we're 30 minutes in, 10 minutes to half time. Attacking line out for Monkstown, they're 5 metres out. Again, they're going to go with the 5-man. Probably go to Ruan MacDonald again in the middle. Indeed it is MacDonald, well taken, ball at the back with Mr. Cave. They've got a good rolling ball on here. They're 5 metres out, they're 4 metres out, they're over the line. It's a good try. Good try, first try from Monkstown. Scored by number 4, Luke Kelly. Not that Luke Kelly, but the Monkstown second row, Luke Kelly. That's a good try. Okay, we're 31 minutes in. Monkstown are now off the mark. Score is Bective 17, Monkstown 5.
There you go, that's why they went for the corner there. They backed themselves in the maul and they made it look like easy work. Brilliant try. That brings them right back into it. I think they needed that before half time.
Yeah, and a chance now for Stapleton to add the extras. Normally it'd be an easy kick, but there is this wind that's blowing diagonally down the pitch. Yeah, he struck that well. Stapleton adds the extras, pushes the score out. So it's Bective 17, Monkstown 7. We've 8 minutes of this first half left. So Mr. Cave against Mr. Gallagher. All the boys in Blackrock College, they've got 2 teachers tearing into each other. The slagging is going to be fierce in the corridors on Monday morning. Gilts a longish restart. Well taken by the town. Take him, take him, take him, take him. Monkstown getting back into this game now. Ref's calling that as a seatbelt type tackle. Penalty count now even at 5 each. So just a little shift in momentum, Mark. Monkstown are now working their way back into this game. They will have the advantage of the wind in the second half. wondering, at the moment it's a 10-point gap. Looks like it's more than a 10-point wind. What do you think, young man?
I think this fixture, historically, there's always ebbs and flows. Bective rode that wave of momentum very well at the first part of the first half. But now Monkstown already found their feet and a bit of confidence. You can see the way they're playing a bit of rugby in their own 22 there and got the penalty out. So, yeah, it's game on.
Yeah, it is. Look, Monkstown favouring this 5-man line-out, but it's given them a good return all day. A couple of big bruisers out in the midfield. They're obviously looking to try and get the ball out to them. Your club, your country draw, lads. We're going to put up a link at half time, but it's that time of the year again. Your club, your country draw. Every ticket that's bought, every euro that's contributed goes back into your own club, into Bective Rangers. I think we made 10 grand for this last year. Of course, 2 years ago, Steve McGettigan put out. Chairman Steve is still wearing the old shell suits and stuff that he won a voucher for £1,000 out of Lifestyle Sports. And Birch won a trip to watch Ireland play France in Marseille 2 years ago. I think he might have been going anyway. We'd no Bective winner last year, but look, it's a good money raiser, fundraiser for the club. So we will put up the link at half time. Okay, Town on the attack again. It's a good burst by number 6, Toby McGuinness. Ref got in the way there, indeed he did. It's always find it difficult for referees, so where do you stand? Because you're trying to ref the game, but you're also got to be working on your position. Where do you stand so you don't get in the way? Nigel was a great man for getting in the way all the time. Nigella, he did it all the time.
Who would be a ref?
Who would be a referee?
Fair play to them.
Did it once, a referee to Macquarie Cup match. Bective, I can't remember who we were playing. I was the manager. The referee didn't turn up. So I donned the boots, put on the whistle, missed a blatant forward pass for the opposition. He scored under the posts over there, knocked Bective out of the Macquarie Cup. Nobody spoke to me for 2 weeks. That was my one and only venture at being a referee. Thankless job. Better scrum by Bective, not sure about that. However, now Stapleton be looking to get this inside the Bective 22 if he can. There's 4 minutes left on the stadium clock. He does get it inside the 22, kept it low into the wind. Bit of a scud missile, but it's exactly what he needed.
It's like Shane Larry up in Port Rush. Actually, no golf analogies.
No, we're not allowed to talk about golf ever again. Was that right or no? That was the Irish Open, yeah. Never again.
The Open show.
Verboten. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, they're going with a 5-man. Taken by Kelly at the front this time. Ball at the back with Cave. Again, they get a good drive on. They're good at this set piece, Monkstown.
Very strong maul.
Yeah, they do have a strong drive and maul. However, Tom Selleck himself, Matty Keane, steals the ball. Now, Bective, exit strategy. Where are we going here? Halpo.
The box.
It's a good return from Halpo. Brings the ball just outside the 10-metre line. Well done, Matty Keane. You know, as you said, Mark, they're good at that set piece. A 5-man line out. Either MacDonald or Kelly wins it. They get to the ball to the back and they have a good drive and maul.
No, absolutely, but that was brilliant by Bective, soaking up the pressure there. Just before half time as well, it's important to have those momentum swingers, but Monkstown will be keen to go again here.
Okay, so another 5-man.
They're going for it again, are they?
They are. Well,
they're great.
Yeah, they want to go out the centre this time, crash it up the middle. He's done well. Brady decides to go down. No, he's going to have to go himself. Ref is calling offside. Free play for Monkstown now. There's a little Gaelic tip to himself there. Well, doesn't matter if it works. Tony McGuinness, he's had a good game in the loose. Coming down the short side, a little drag behind. Who's here to cover for Bective? Oh, he was pushed off that ball. He was pushed off that ball. 100% he was pushed off that ball. Tidied up in the end by Christian Hennessy. Bective now tied to the touchline, going to try and work it out to the middle, I suspect, to open up the angle for a relieving kick. Ball taken on there by Oscar Egan. Shane Hennessy again. Now, Halpo. It's high, may not make touch, it may not make touch, it doesn't make touch. Fraser right under it. Super follow-up tackle by Gavin Kelly. Wherever the ball is back with 13, Solo Carroll. They're on the 10-metre line. Now, what can Monkstown do? We're in the last minute of the first half. Good counter ruck by Bective, but his ref is saying no, they didn't roll away. Yeah, there's been a swing in the penalty count. It's now 7 against Bective, 5 against Monkstown. So we're in whatever injury time the ref, Chris Cahoon, is adding on. It's been a good first half. If I was the town, I'd take the points here.
Absolutely, yeah.
What do you think?
No, absolutely. I think they were brave to go for the corner previously, and they got their 7 points, but I feel like making it a one-try game.
Here down at the kind of spar end, the front gate end, will be difficult for him to get distance. Honestly, I'll go.
Oh yeah, it's a different context now. 17-10 is a very different outset when you're going into the second half.
It brings it back to kind of a one-score game, kind of. Look, we'll see what happens.
Looks like they're set up there. Where's the Matt Stapleton who's taking the kicks for them, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, Stapleton,
Is that him standing?
Yeah, it is him standing over the ball, but there's no tee on. They're going to the corner. There's no tee on. And you've got 7 here as well, standing on the touchline. Rob Wynn has taken over the throwing duties.
I think I've just seen Tristan Brady point over to the
corner.
Yeah.
Okay, so last chance saloon in this first half for Monkstown. They do have a very good driving ball.
Yeah, it's a ball play, but it's worked out so far, so why not?
It's a great nudge too. That is a great nudge into that win. So Monkstown attacking line out, they're 9-10 metres out.
Yeah, similar to where they were when they scored their try.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're going for a 5-man this time. Yeah, 5-man with Mr. Cave in the half-back position. So it served them well, taken by Luke Kelly this time. Ball at the back with Dave Cave, and here comes the drive, and it's a good drive. Bective struggling to cope with this rolling ball. Ball eventually goes to ground. He's having to dig it out, the halfback, so this will be forwards trying to drive it on. Ball with McDonnell. They're 2 metres out. Again, slower ball to be recycled. Pack take it on. Driven back by Bective. To be fair, it's good defence by Bective. Halfback has a little show and go himself. It's held up, it's held up, it's held up, it's held up, it's held up. It is held up, it is held up. That's great defence by Bective.
Fantastic by Bective. I think it's the second time they've done that after some real pressure from Monkstown, and we've seen an example of going for the corner, paying off, and that time not quite, but we'll see what happens here.
Reward, that decision, it's risk reward. If you have a good kicker, I'm old school, and Munster 369, as Rog says, keep the scoreboard ticking over. Stapleton's a good, it's in the breeding.
Yeah.
It's in the breeding. It's not your fault you were born up here. We don't hold it against you. Okay, Gilso, another long one. Taken just inside our half. What can Monkstown do? Is this their last chance? They want to run it. Good tackle by Bobby Holland. Cave, show and go. Well tackled by Donna Lawler. Luke Kelly. Now, can they get the ball wide? That's a superb tackle by Craig Cantwell stops him in his tracks. Another double hit by Bective. Chris Boole everywhere in the loose here making tackles. Ball is now turned over. Bective ball. Which side? We're going left, right. We're going down the left hand side. Gilto puts through a little dinky kick. Bouncing on the Astro. Where's it going to go? Bounces into touch. I'd say that's it. Indeed it is. Half time. Okay. Half time here from a freezing cold blustery Energia Park. Bective 2 tries, Monkstown 1 try. Monkstown, Bective were in the ascendancy for the first quarter, but Monkstown have come back. It's kind of a 10-12 point win, so there's going to be nothing in this game in the second half, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Bective took their chances very well, and Monkstown, they've gotten themselves back in the game, and like you said, Chuck, they have that advantage going into the second half with the wind. Yeah, no, it's a good game. It's a good competition. I think we were expecting it to be like this. I don't think we were expecting it to be
correct
like what we saw in the pre-season game. You know,
nothing in this game. Look, it all depends on their tactics now, Mark, for the second half. Does Fraser Wright kind of assume the traditional 10 role and go, let's just pin them down, use the wind, use the elements we have? They've got a very strong maul coming off the 5-man line-out. Between McDonald and Luke Kelly, they're winning all their lineouts, and we're struggling to defend against that maul. So nothing in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that maul is and lineout is a real weapon of Monkstown's that they'll be looking to bring into the second half. And Bective, to be fair, two hold-ups. So they're fighting, but you wouldn't want to continue like that in the second half. You want to get a few more points as well. I think Bective could use a few 3-pointers, the old school 3-pointers, try and get it out of that reach.
Correct, and of course the worry is, and we've continued it this season. It's not a weakness, but it's something that we do. We tend to be a first half team, and we tend to put on a lot of points in the first half. Like, you think of the game in Bruff, we were leading at half time, we never scored in the second half. We need to build on a lead that we have and continue to score in the second half. But look, that's just our opinion. Okay, folks, we're going to take a quick smoke break for Sharut. I'm going to work my way down the pitch, see if I can get Coach Ben Mannion for his thoughts at half time. Back in a few minutes. Monkstown President Dave Manners, what's your thoughts on that first half?
And to be fair to Bective, they're playing with a huge amount of intensity and line speed, and the tempo they put on the ball when they have it's pretty impressive. I think we've managed to ride out that storm. It's a pity we didn't get a score just before half time, which would have made things interesting considering how much dominance Bective have had. But I think the big question for me is whether Bective can keep that intensity going for the next 40 minutes.
Yeah, look, it's a very strong wind out there, Manners. It's a 10 or 12 point wind. Monkstown will have that wind in the second half. It's a question now of tactics. Do you kick the ball and use the wind to get yourself some more possession?
Yeah, well, I think the template is there. We've showed our maul is reasonably effective, and it takes that line speed out of the game that Bective seem to have. So, yeah, look, if we can maybe just play the percentages and squeeze Bective in our tight five, I think we have a chance. But it's Bective are very much worth their 17-7 lead at this minute. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Manners. Good luck for the second half.
Yes, still out. That's it. Everything else will go about somewhere after the win. Getting everything in. How do you find No, that's it. It's essential to everything. And good community. No, but still,
on a high tone. Half-time scores, our latest scores we can see. the Cork Derby down in the old Musgrave Park, Virgin Media Park. Dolphin leading 21-12 against Middleton. Malahide and Thomond, very high scoring game. Malahide 25 rather, Thomond 30. Ballyclare hosting Bruff up in Ulster. Ballyclare into the second half there, it's 25-7 to Ballyclare. And also up north, Belfast Harlequins hosting Clonmel. Great performance by Clonmel in the first half.
Discipline. They got a purple patch to be fair to them, and showed us, they're going to be difficult defending them all. We're going to have to just grind into this wind, but that's what we want to be. We want to be a multi-phase team, and we'll see where we're at. I think we're going to be okay.
Okay, good luck. Thanks, Ben.
Get that top off, yeah. Run it back to the game.
Gallagher takes the restart. Chris Poole, he's done well. Gallagher again, great to have James back. We missed him 2 weeks ago down in Bruff. He adds a huge amount of steel and aggression to this team, to this squad. However, well held up there by Monkstown, so it's turnover ball. Monkstown scrum. Now, as we said, this should be the proverbial game of two halves. Monkstown with the advantage of the wind. The big heavy jackets have come on with Rory and myself. It's bloody freezing up here in the gantry. Hope you're sitting at home with the fire lit. Hope you're not drinking sticks of dynamite, lads. We're not that sort of club. Guinness, I think, would be better. Alright, here we go. First scrum of the second half. Good drive by Bective. Referee calling another high neck tackle there by Bective. Stapleton, that's a great kick. That's a great kick. That is a super kick. Brings the ball up 6, maybe 7 metres out from the Bective try line. We saw the reward they got from their line out in the first half, and they're driving Mull. They'll be disappointed. Bective, good defence, held them up twice, but let's see. 10-point lead at the moment. Bective 2 tries, Monkstown 1. Another 5-man called. Going to Ruan MacDonald. It's a loose throw. Ball is knocked on. It's a break for Bective. Halfpenny with the relieving kick, you'd suspect. Ball is blocked down. Ref is calling a knock on. I'm not sure. Can it be a knock on a block down? Yeah, he's given a knock on and a scrum to Bective. Maybe he was playing advantage off a previous offence. I don't know. Keep changing the bloody rules. All fellas like me and Rory. It's hard to keep up, isn't it, Rory?
Hang on a second now. Here.
You're not classing yourself in the same age bracket as me, Rory?
No. I'm still in my 40s.
Thanks for the you are me bollocks. Thanks for the support, mate. Solid scrum by Bective. Penalty for that. Loose head bringing it down. We'll take that. Chance for Tim Carroll. Relieving kick. So I think it's fair to say Bective probably have a little bit at the edge in the scrums, but Monkstown's line out, short 5-man line out, either Kelly or Ruan MacDonald taking the ball, has given them an advantage definitely in the line outs. Not a bad nudge by Tim. We're about 7 or 8 metres out from our 22. Looking for my co-commentator, young Mark. He's gone, he's given up. Another one retired on the job. I thought it was only Weewa would do that.
No, he's gone to the bar.
Refreshments for us.
Cups of tea, Rory, yeah? That's a good line-up by Bective. Chris Hennessy breaking off. Penalty advantage, free play for Bective. What can they do with that? Bobby Holland, Tim Carroll, he's coming up the 10-metre line. Oh, he's like a racehorse flowing. He's over the halfway. He's over the 10-metre. Loads offloads the ball. Unfortunate pass was forward. Superb play by Bective. Tim Carroll gliding like a racehorse down the short side here in front of us. Poetry in motion, young Tim. Unlucky with the offload. That's good play. That's good to see. Looking down here now in front of us, Rory, I see Connor, the buff, the big buff, work it out, the buffalo coming on, okay. This will add a bit of steel to our pack now. Oscar Egan coming off. Oscar's had a superb game in front of his mum and dad. Good man, Oscar. Okay, so Connor the Buff Kelly is on, 6'2", 125 kilos of Tullamore meat coming on. This should add a bit of balance, a bit of steel, a bit of go forward to our scrum. Indeed it does, indeed it does. That's a super scrum. However, Monkstown have done well. They've done well to get that ball away from a retreating scrum. Another penalty against Bective, interfering, not rolling. Oh, he's saying hands down, looking for the poach. Somebody's opened their mouth, lads. That's an easy 10 yards to be given away. Don't need to be doing that. Quick ball, tip and go by Monkstown. They've got the ball at the 10-metre line. They're up to the halfway. They're doing well. Luke Kelly, he's done well, up to the 10-metre line. Great skills from his second row. This good play by Monkstown. Unfortunate knock on. That penalty for back chat to the ref wrecks my bloody head. It's giving them an easy 10-metre out. Don't give them a bloody inch, lads. Don't give them an inch. Okay, rolling subs in this league. I see 6 Tony McGuinness coming back on for Monkstown. He's replaced number 17, Rico Webster. Okay, Bective feed. Ball at the back with Gallagher. Bective keeping it in, driving them forward. Little switch. Tim Carroll. Oh, he's knocked it on, unfortunate. Now ball is turned over. Monkstown in the ascendancy. Ruan MacDonald. Slower ball for Monkstown. That's good play. That's good play. They're just shy of the Bective 22. Quicker ball this time. Mr. Cave, he's done well. He's taken it up just inside the Bective 22. Good tackle by the Buffalo there. Chris Hennessy, is that a poach? Is that a poach? It is a poach. Well played, Chris Hennessy. You're back, Mark. We thought you quit on the job, mate.
No, I was out getting refreshments for the production crew at Bective TV.
Well, I'd love to see you go refreshments for yourself and for the cameraman. Am I a mirage, mate? No points for me, no?
I thought we were keeping you sober for the commentary now after after Tobin.
That's a fine cup of tea.
Man down for Bective. Looks like it's number 2, Chris Poole. Tim, as I said, into a strong wind, brings the ball just up to the 10-metre line.
It's really picked up that wind.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it's very strong. Normally, when the sun goes down and the light goes down, the wind tends to ease, but that's not happening here today. Wind is actually picking up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are 48 minutes into this match. 10-point lead for Bective. Bective 17, Monkstown 7. 2 tries for Bective, 1 for Monkstown. There is a man down. I think it's Chris Poole. Chris has been all action. We try to keep a reasonable amount of stats and a scorecard here and what's going on. It's difficult to talk holding a mic. I think we need to go for those super duper headsets where the mic is clipped onto it. So I'm not keeping a tackle count, but I'd be fairly sure the Pooler is way in the lead in the tackle count for Bective. He's been all over the place, himself and Oscar Egan, to be fair, 2 standout players at the moment.
Those headsets would be great. You look great in one of those, Chuck.
We need to speak to our financial controller and see if it's in the budget for next year. Now, let's see if Bective can drive them off like they did the last time. Quicker ball this time for Monkstown. Good clear out of the Bective defenders there at the ruck. Getting a good bit of momentum here now, Monkstown. Fraser Wright steps inside Gavin Kelly there. It was forward. You can hear the shouts coming from the lads. It was forward. Okay. Bloody Baltic. Where's your coat, young fella? You kids not feel the cold. Laurie said he's not an oldie like me. He's disassociated from me. Laurie's telling me he's still in his 40s. It's bloody Baltic up here.
40th birthday party tonight.
Keeping you young. It's particularly cold up here,
Isn't it?
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah, it always is up here. Yeah, freezing up here in the gantry. Now, just the game has kind of fallen into a little bit of a nothing pattern at the moment. 2 teams kind of feeling each other out. You think that the next score mark will be critical in this game? We'll put Bective 2 ahead if Bective get it. Bring Monkstown right back into the game. So, entering a critical phase of the game here. Another good scrum by Bective. Swirled around. Penalty Bective. Okay, so scrum dominance now being established by Bective.
See if Gilso can master the little punch that...
Yeah, he's going to come over to the stand side. There's a tiny bit of protection from the wind over this side, but can't emphasise enough, folks, how breezy it is here. So it brings the ball just inside the halfway line. That's about as good as you could expect.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4-man, 5-man call by Bective. My money's on Matty Keane at the front. Let's see. The goal long, taken at the second attempt by James Gallagher, tidied up by Gavin Kelly. Gavin's having a good game back, first real game of the season after knee surgery. Did his knee out in Toulouse. Good to see him back. Okay, Bective, what are we doing? Gilso doesn't want to throw out poor ball, so he does well, takes it up. Brought down just shy of the 10-metre line. Chris Hennessy, long floating pass out to Lawler on the wing. Boom, good tackle. Good tackle, to be fair, by Monkstown. Double hit by tight head Michael Ashdown and Tristan Brady, the 9. Monkstown take a quick ball, ref is calling it back. You don't want to be trying to tackle Lawler when he's running straight at you. No side steps in him.
What an absolute Bective stalwart. I love seeing his name on the team sheet. Great man for on the pitch, but also in the clubhouse afterwards.
Yeah, good lad. Just became a dad a couple of weeks ago as well for the first time.
Congratulations again.
Done it.
And I was on the way of getting some refreshments for the team here. Ran into Dave Moore, another new signing. I think he's picked up a knock, so he's
he's a knee injury, Dave. Yeah.
Great player, ex-UCD, real talent there. So looking forward to seeing him back in the Bective colours.
Good character. He played. He came on in the second half against Middleton. Had a good game. It's a huge boot, Dave.
Very big
fine player. Yeah, more a traditional style, strong kicking out half.
Real asset in these leagues.
Absolutely. Donna's now injured. He's hurt himself there. Can't be getting hurt, Donna getting tackled by a little halfback. What's that about, mate? Get up and don't let them see you're hurt. Mark Moby O'Brien started the last 3 games. Moby is now coming on for Donna. Yeah, Moby has done really well since he came on.
Really stepped up to the
Yeah, absolutely has. We're in 16, but Moby plays in the row. Another 5-man by Bective now.
A great Bective man, Moby.
Okay. Monkstown put through a little dinky, what you'd call a Jack Crowley for Tom Farrell. Kick over the top, but it was knocked on by them. You could see what they were trying to do. They obviously learnt that out in Croke Park last week when they saw a proper team playing. Yeah, we're still basking in Munster's victory out in Croker. There was 4 busloads of Bective minis travelled over. 4 busloads. Kudos to Justin White who organised all that. And of course the young Conor Henry who was playing half-back on the under-12s. My boy was also on the under-12s.
Brilliant.
Who played at half-time. Beat New Ross in a titanic 8-minute struggle. Beat them 5-0. Young Conor Henry is playing out in Willow Park now. Conor got the try. His dad Tom and his mum Joanna really proud of him. That was a great day out in Croke Park.
What an evening of rugby.
Proper rugby team, right? Munster. Now, what can Bective do here? Perfect attacking platform right in the centre of the pitch. They go right, Ollie Foot. Little loop around, Halpo. No, they've got the ball out to Tim. Unfortunate. See what they were trying to do. Training ground move. We had it 2-on-1. Poor Tim had in his hands there. He knew if he just held on to that, he'd have had Chris Rowland in the corner. Okay. Doesn't matter. Looking down at Fergus Flanagan there, past president, chewing on the big Cohiba. Don't have the guts to tell him this is a non-smoking stadium. We'll leave him off.
Look at the stogie. Things you love to see.
Right, boy. Tony Soprano. Stop. I didn't say that. No, you said that. No. That's you're in trouble, kiddo. Okay, Monkstown. Another kick, long kick. Who's back covering? It's Chris Rowland, deep into the 22. Ball bouncing wickedly on the Astro as it does. Yeah, not a lot he could do there really. Okay, so it'll be Monkstown's attacking line out.
It's good use of the boot there.
Yeah, you know, and if you can get grass on Astro on a 4G pitch, anything can happen. The bounce is wicked, bounce is wicked. You know,
Time tends to stand still when you're trying to pick up one of those.
Yeah.
Let's use the image. Another rough worked well for me.
Another offshoot of the Astros. Bective have moved to green shorts this year because the little rubber in the Astro just destroys our white shorts. We're getting about 3 matches out of them before they're for the bin. So new kit for Bective this year, green shorts. I like it. I like it, yeah. I think it looks good.
I saw you mention it in the Brook game.
Oh, it's good move. They always had to cut back inside. Take him down. We have taken him down. Monkstown go again. Solo Carroll. Now they're coming down the short side. Number 6, Tony McGuinness. Still coming down the short side. 2, Paul O'Donnell is back on. Good continuity here, but it's also a great poach by Bective. Great poach. Sorry, he's called it holding on, but Bective arms were locked on. It looked like it was skipper Matty Gilsonen that was locked on to him. We'll take that. Yeah, I don't know if you were here at the start and I was talking. Oscar Egan's dad donated a signed bottle of Bushmills for the man of the match, which we'll be calling later on. Oscar's dad, Colin, he's a master brewer, a master distiller for Bushmills, so there's a bottle of fine stuff up here, so let's keep that in mind. Okay.
You always tend to get a swig out of the man of the match whiskey in the clubhouse later on.
Well, you know, I'm wondering could the man of the match be the match day commentator as well? I'd like an old bottle of Black Bush. Good line out, Matty Keane. Okay, the buff. Good defence, tackle on the halfway line. Bective recycle, Moby. He's done well, go forward ball, well done. Moby, good man. Quick ball again, Bobby Holland. Now, better continuity from Bective going through the phases. James Gallagher. Now, change the point of attack, come back out the open side. Gavin Kelly. More quick ball. Now, what can Ollie do? What's he going to do? He's going to have a little go himself. Look like a high shot. Strange decision. Okay.
Was it for?
Looked like a high shot, but he's given a knock on there. He's given a scrum to Bective. I'm not sure who'd be a ref. Let's not question it. Who'd be a ref? And to be fair to Chris Cahoon, he's had a fine game. Don't think we've spoken about him yet. So if we're not talking about you, Chris, it means you did something good. Okay, we are 59, just coming up to 60 minutes, moving into the final quarter of this game. There's been no score in the second half, nothing between these teams. Bective 2 tries, 17, Monkstown 1 try, 7. As we said a few minutes ago, next score is going to be crucial for this game.
I was about to say, like you said, Chuck, it is a bit of a nice edge because that next score is absolutely crucial.
No.
Even 3 points either side would be a good momentum.
Correct. Better scrum by Monkstown. Gallagher takes the ball up, does well. Need to resource this ruck now. Okay, we have slower ball for us though. All the forwards down the short side here. Who's coming to? Matty Keane takes it on himself. Come on, Matty. Continue down the short side. We've got McCluskey. We've got the buff. Buff pushes McCluskey out of the way. Goes, that's my ball. He's done well. He's made 3 meters. Moby. Great defensive hit. Now, decision time. It's a seatbelt tackle, so do we go for the corner into the wind, or do we try and kick it over the bar? Gilso going into the corner. It's a good nudge. In that wind, yeah. We're about...
I think got a bit more than that.
Yeah, we're about 18 metres out.
Should be a linesman.
Oh, well, stop. That's an easy job. Jesus. Like, you've one job. As Roy Keane said, that's your job. Just... Anyway.
Let's receive it.
Anyway, 5-man called by Bective with McCluskey in the first receiver position. The Buffalo out in the centre. Taken by his brother, the Biffo. Gavin. This is a good drive and maul by Bective. They're moving forward. They're 6 metres out. 5 metres out. They're 4 metres out. They're still going. They're over. They're not. They're shy. 1 metre out. Now, recycle. Packer going to take it on. Hard to see who's got the ball. Packer going to take it on. Can't see from here. Looks shy again. Space is always out wide, lads. Take it up 2 or 3 times, then go wide. No, give the ball to McCluskey. He's in, is he? He's in. He is in. 62 minutes in. Good risk reward by Bective. Got a penalty. Thinking about maybe going for the post. Went into the corner. Beautiful rolling maul. 2 or 3 pops, and eventually Tiernan McCluskey goes over. As we said, next score was crucial, Mark, and it's a Bective score.
That was absolutely brilliant. Once again, going for the line out, going for the corner, paid its dividends. This time for Bective in the second half is fantastic drive and real good discipline there. It looked for a moment there that Monkstown might have held it up, but now Bective recycled well and Tiernan McCluskey went over. So no, that's huge. Like Chuck said, next score is absolutely massive, and hopefully Gaelso can add to it now.
Great to see Tiernan score. I was talking to his mum, Anne-Marie Delaney, heading into the lunch. She was saying she got 2 boys on the squad. Tiernan, who was captain last year, and the young pretty boy Oisin, who's on the subs bench. She was saying she was telling the lads they need a bit of steel. That is an excellent kick by Matt Gilsonen. Okay, so we're 63 minutes in, and Bective now lead 24 points to 7. 3 tries to Bective, 1 try to Monkstown. As we talk about Anne-Marie telling her 2 boys a bit of steel, I see Tiernan coming off, looking for the pretty boy. There he is out there in the centre. So one brother replacing another. Now, 17-point lead. Chris Poole. Gavin Kelly. Great comeback by Gav. Guy who hasn't played a competitive game in about 7 or 8 weeks.
That's brilliant to see him
Isn't
back.
it? Great to see him back. We've got Tygo Dwyer coming back from rehab too. So, oh, it's well taken. Chris Hennessy. He's done well. He offloads it. Oisin McCluskey. Now resource a ruck. They do. Slower ball taken on by Begbie. James Gallagher. We're now inside the 22. Okay, the backs are going to have a go. Bobby Holland floats it out. Ollie Foot. Tim Carroll. We've got a 3-on-1. Chris Poole. He's over the 5 8. It's a try. It is a try. 4 try for Bective. 4 try bonus point. Moves the score out. We're 64 minutes in. Moves the score out to Bective 25, Monkstown 7. Brilliant move by Bective. Worked a 3-on-1. Ball out to Chris Poole. Dives in the corner. 4 tries for Bective, Mark. That's crucial.
That was absolutely sensational stuff. I think it might be the few wines I had at the lunch, but I couldn't keep up with it. The box kick, the little run there from Chris Rowland, and then the quick recycling, and the backs really took advantage of that overlap there. And what a finish. Chris Poole, what a finish, diving finish.
He blocked the try, by the way. We blocked the try. Yes.
Well, that's well, sorry for getting involved.
Apologies if we may have blocked the vision.
Trust us, he got it in right in the corner. Fantastic. Okay, Gilsonen looking to push the score out by another 2. This will be a hard kick now. Cross the wind. No, it was difficult. Okay, so we're 66 minutes in, 14 minutes left in this game. Bective now have the 4 try bonus point, and they're now leading by 22. Well taken by Gallagher. He's had a fine game. I think he's winning the head-to-head. Gavin Kelly. Well done by Oisin McCluskey. We're up to the 10-metre line. Slower ball coming back this time. However, we're going out wide. Gallagher out to Matty Keane. All action, Matty. He's up to the halfway line. He's still going. Like a bucking bronco there, trying offside. He has seen the offside. Okay. Penalty count in the second half: 4 against Bective, 5 against Monkstown, fairly even. First match that we haven't had a yellow card so far, you know. Penalty count is something that wrecks my head. We've got to keep it into single figures. Our match against Thomond, we had 11 penalties in the yellow card. Against Middleton, we had 15 penalties in the yellow card. And against Bruff, we had 11 penalties in the yellow card. So far, we're at 11 with no card. You know, discipline. It's really important. Discipline and attitude. Attitude, Mark, I talk about it all the time. There's a much better attitude today than we had down in Bruff, and attitude's a little thing that makes such a huge difference. Okay, good attacking platform for Bective now. We're 67 minutes on the clock. You can see the linesman's flag blowing hard in the wind. It's well taken by Gavin Kelly again. Oisin McCluskey. Halpenny having to dig it out. Gav Kelly. Good, well driven back by Monkstown, to be fair. Recycle again. Gallagher offloads to the buff. Gilsonen. Little show and go. He does well. Brings the ball inside the Monkstown 22. However, the ref is saying we were straight over the top. Penalty against Bective. So relieving kick here now from Monkstown. 5 of them, I go the far side. The wind is a little bit of shelter here under the stand. I'd be going to the far side.
I like that play, Chuck.
Throw it up high, let it float on the wind. Sun is in Chris Roland's eyes over there as well in the backfield. Okay, good referee in there. Just have a chat with the two captains. There's been no niggle, no nastiness in this game. Just telling them, look, everybody calm down. Calm the ham, calm down. Oh, he was listening to me. Look, it's a super kick. Straight in Chris Roland's eyes.
Oh, he almost. It's very special there. That was play for play, as you said it.
Bective unload the bench. Tiernan McCluskey coming back, also 21. Ross McGoey, good Clongowes lad. It's all in the breeding. Coming on at halfback for Conor Halpenny. And we've also got Mikey O'Hare, Mikey's tights coming in for Bobby Holland. Okay, we're in the last 10 minutes of this game. James Gallagher also coming off. James had a fine match. Penalty taken quickly by Monkstown. Ruan MacDonald, he's a fine player for Monkstown, been around a number of years, he's done well. They've worked the overlap here, they've worked the... stop. No, come on. You're allowed to go for an inch. Oh, he's put his hand in his pocket. Stop.
Can you mention the yellow card?
That's my fault, yeah, my fault.
Commentator's curse. It's not unlikely to see.
They had a 3-on-1. Was it a gamble by Tim going, they're 3-on-1, if I don't put my hand out here they're going to score, so risk and reward. Anyway, that's Tim on the naughty step. Go to jail, go directly to jail. Do not pass go, do not collect 200. Bective will be down to 14 men for the rest of this game. Monkstown in a good attacking position here now. They're about 15 metres out with the line out. 22 points behind. They need to get a score fast to get back in this game.
That line out maul worked very well in the first half.
It did.
It's been a while since we've seen it though. I'm sure they'll go for that.
MacDonald again in the middle.
Very strong.
Very safe ball with him. Here we go. They're driving forward. They're very good at this. Stopped now. No, they're going again. Thought you weren't allowed to stop and then restart. However, ball at the back. They're up to, they're 6 metres out, they're 5 metres out, they're 4 metres out, they're in. That's an excellent score for Monkstown. To be fair, substitute with the blue scrum cap, got away from him to run past me so I can see his number, but look, we saw it coming, Mark. They've been doing that all game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Monkstown really taking advantage of Bective going down to 14 men, and obviously that line-out balls worked very well for them in the first half, and they've picked up where they were, and yeah, very efficient try there. It's been an interesting last 10 minutes.
I don't have number 25 on my team sheet, lads, because your number's only going to 20. Number 25 scored the try. Don't know who you are, mate. Good try, though. That's an excellent kick. That's an absolutely superb kick, particularly with that wind. Excellent kick. Stapleton, I think it was it? It was Matt Stapleton, 14.
Got off the boot.
Okay, so Monkstown, a little bit of a lifeline there now. Scores back to 29-14. 7 minutes left and whatever injury time the ref is putting on, we haven't been stopping the clock. Remember, Bective down to 14 now. Need to be clever in how you play this. See young Ross McGoey from Clongowes wearing white boots. Shit, you were doing well, kid, until I noticed that. That's not great. No, I'm traditional man, black boots. Okay, Monkstown, they're going to have to run it. It's a great double hit. Great double hit. Driven him back 5 metres. Chris Poole and Matty Keane. Absolute brilliant double hit. Hold on to them now, just keep them there. It's good defence by Bective. Oh, the man's in from the side. Like, you can't clean out a ruck like that, Mr. Cave. Long kick by Monkstown. Now, Chris Rowland. He's going to have a go. He's done well. He's up the 10-metre line. Okay, good work, Chris. McGoey. Oisin McCluskey. He's done well. He's made 3 or 4 metres. A little bit of slower ball, dragged out, little over the top pass. Poor old Craig Cantwell, bit of a hospital pass, but he did well. Picked up by Mikey's tights. Well on, Mikey. Half-back, 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 half-back. We need a half-back. Take the points, slow the clock. Take the points, go for goal, slow the clock. Run this game, guys.
I don't know how many times we've said about taking the 3 points, but this really feels like the moment where you take the 3 points. Especially with how Gailso's been kicking it. I'd really back him to slot that.
You take a minute and a half off.
Absolutely, yeah.
We've also got Mikey on, who's dead-eyed.
Brilliant, yeah.
Ace of a goal kicker. Mikey's
A real clutch kicker.
Yeah, absolutely. De facto won a Silencer League last year with a 40-yard kick, with the last kick of the game against Sea Point to snatch a draw from the jaws of defeat. That kick from Mikey won us the league. However, there's no one standing over the ball with the tee here. We're going to go into the corner. Okay.
Wow, it's been
okay. Well, that's why we're only talking about it and not playing, Mark, yeah? It's a good nudge by Gelso, to be fair. That's a good kick. Good kick. Okay, we're about 18 metres out. We've got a 15-point lead. 76th minute of this game. Stolen by Monkstown. Stolen by the town. Okay, they're spreading it wide. They're spreading it wide. They've done well. They're outside their 22. Ball out wide out to the winger, Cian O'Donoghue. They're down the short side again. They're up just shy of the halfway line. Quick ball for Monkstown. Eventually brought down by McCluskey. They're just inside the Bective half. Slower ball for Monkstown. There's a hit. There's a hit. There's a great tackle. Matty Keane, however, they've got the ball out. The ball's with 15. Tom Griffin, he's done well. He offloads it to 20. Leo Poisson, he's in the corner. It's a fine try for Monkstown. Fine try for Monkstown. 76 minutes in. They're back in the ball game.
Yeah, that really felt like a moment to take the 3 points. There's been a few occasions for both teams going for the brave call in the corner. Right there, it didn't pay off, and you could see line out turnover, and Monkstown got out the backs, taking advantage of the 14 men at Bective, and yeah, I'd say there's some tired legs in there as well, but yeah, no, they really took advantage of that Monkstown. And another phenomenal kick. So yeah, game on.
We're back to an 8-point game, so Bective need to be clever about this now. We're in the lead, we're 8 points ahead. You don't want to give Monkstown a sniff. We've got 3.5 minutes left in this game, so upstairs for thinking. Don't give them any more points. They don't want to get a losing bonus point. They don't want to get a 4th try bonus point. So just hold them out now. Use your brain on how you play this.
Second that.
Okay, 2 minutes left on whatever injury time the ref is adding on. Score is Bective 29, Monkstown 21. Good high hanging Reece Constable. Well knocked back by Craig Cantwell. Tidied up by Oisin McCluskey. We're going down the short side. Moby. He's holding on to it, Moby. Good man. Oisin McCluskey again. He's done well. He's over the halfway. He's inside to his brother. They're inside, deep inside the 22. Now, let's see, quick ball. It is quick ball. It's the Buffalo Connor Kelly. Taken down 5 metres out. Come left, come left, come left. They do come left. Matty Keane cuts back inside. They're now 4 metres out. Eventually, he's tackled by Luke Kelly. McGoey having to dig the ball out. Chris Hennessy. Moby again, tackled on the 5 metre line. Oisin McCluskey spins out of the first tackle. He's up 2 metres out. To Buffalo again. He's powering over. He's taken down 1 metre out now. Can Bective get over? Close this game out. Ball with Matty Keane. Ref is playing an offside advantage. Free shot for Bective. Free shot. Come down the short side. Come down the short side. Pack take it on, can't see who that was. McGoey having to dig the ball out again. It's intercepted, but they're offside, and he was playing an advantage anyway. We're into the final minute of this match. Take the points. Use your brain, take the points. Run down the clock. We're going to tip and go. We're going to tip and go. Ball with Tiernan McCluskey. He's brought down. We're 2 metres out. Gavin Kelly. Chris Hennessy. Bective working their way inch by inch forward. Oisin McCluskey is taken around the neck, but I think he's over anyway. Ref hasn't seen it. Recycle, recycle, recycle. That's it, try Bective. Looking to see who it was. Looks to me like it was that all-action hero today, hooker Chris Poole. That's it, guys. This game is over. Game, set, a match to Bective in the last minute. 5th try for Bective. Chris Poole pushes the score out to Bective 34, Monkstown 21. Key part of that, as we spoke a minute ago, Mark, is Monkstown don't get any points out of this game. Bective get a maximum 5. Superb performance.
Yeah, what a response from the kickoff. Absolutely phenomenal. I think it's been a real game of risk-reward, Chuck, hasn't it? And overall for both sides, it's really paid off, but particularly for Bective. And yeah, that was a phenomenal response after what happened with that line-out steal and Monkstown going up and scoring.
Indeed it was like you can breathe now, you know. There's so much, you get so emotionally involved in this whole bloody thing. It's really hard to enjoy them. I don't enjoy it, like go home and watch it on the telly that night, but that's a fantastic performance. Mikey adding the extras, just pushed it, no matter. As I said, this game is over. Rory, camera on me please. Game is over. Fantastic performance by Bective. Bective win, get a maximum 5 points out of this game. Mark, in here please. So 34 points to 21. Unusual for us today, but we're going to do it every match. Man of the match, we had Oscar Egan's dad, Colm, and his mum Claire have come down from Bushmills. Colm, as I said, is a master distiller and has donated a bottle signed by him for the man of the match. And there were many good performances today. You took James Gallagher, you took Gav Kelly, who came back after a 6-week layoff. Chris Hennessy was very good. Oscar Egan himself, although he came off at half time. But for us guys, there's no question the man of the match. 2 tries today. Chris Poole joined us from Lansdowne last year. Chris Poole, our South African hooker, is man of the match. That's it. This has been a Bective Rangers production with Louis Manahan, producer and director, Rory O'Connor on camera, young Mark from the murder of Shilloo's, a baby Shilloo on co-coms. I'm Chuck Byrne. That's a wrap. 5 fucking points. Oh,